Show Me the Money. Management Consultant's 2024 Consulting Salary Report is now live, and we're stoked about it. Check it out. It's free at the link in this episode's show notes. This much-anticipated report contains detailed compensation data for over 100 consulting firms. It's completely free, as I mentioned before, and we hope you'll use it to compare and contrast consulting firms. Whether you're a current or future consultant, or you represent a firm looking to benchmark comp. By the way, if that's you and you represent a firm, we do custom comp reports for consulting firms. Send us an email to start the conversation, team@managementconsulted.com. So in today's podcast, we're not going to share any actual numbers. You'll have to download the report at the link in the show notes. Again, it's free. But today we're going to share 3 key trends to know for 2024 consulting salaries. Let's get started. From the outside, the 2023 management consulting landscape looked like it was in a bit of turmoil. There were constant headlines of layoffs and hiring freezes and delayed start dates across the industry. However, if you look just below the surface, you'll see that the industry is normalizing from a post-pandemic high when starting salaries increased by 15 to 20% annually. And firms hired their largest incoming analyst cohorts ever, and it was just the good old days. It was a good time. Hiring was everywhere, and the overall industry saw impressive growth. It's not quite so for 2024. What does this all mean? Let's get into 3 key salary trends for 2024. So trend number 1, and this is by far and away the most critical one, at both the pre-MBA and post-MBA entry levels, 2024 consulting salaries stayed flat compared to 2023. That's right. It's the first time in years that we've seen overall starting salaries not increase at all from year to year. That contrasts to 2023, when salaries jumped a massive leap from the previous year. So that's trend number 1. Number 2 is that consulting firms are continuing to differentiate using comp packages as a tool. What does this mean? For example, more generous profit sharing plans and unlimited PTO are becoming more widespread. The firms who offer these benefits have a big advantage over those who don't in terms of attracting top talent. Before I get to number 3, make sure to head to the link in the show notes to get your copy of the 2024 report. Okay, the final trend that we want you to know about is especially good news for those in non-US markets. And it is this. Many non-US markets started to catch up with the US in terms of salary growth. So, for example, Europe has begun to catch up to US salaries. And US salaries have generally far outpaced global peers in recent years. So, good news for non-US aspiring consultants. However, while many firms aim to achieve parity in purchasing power for employees across geographies, this doesn't always happen, and the purchasing power of US consultants is still a good bit stronger in 2024 than most of its global peers. Okay, we hope these 3 trends have been helpful. If you haven't yet, get the cold, hard numbers at the link in the show notes, again, for over 100 firms. We've got base salary information, bonuses, retirement, PTO, and other amazing benefits. You're not going to want to miss this. Link in the show notes to get all the details. And stay tuned to our social media channels, to the podcast, to YouTube, for more trends for 2024 salaries and what they mean for you and what they mean for the industry. And if you're looking to break into consulting in 2024 or the year after that, we've got a number of amazing life-changing programs available to help you reach your goals. Reach out to team@managementconsulted.com for a personalized recommendation from our concierge on which program might be right for you based on your background, your timeline, your goals, and more. Thank you for listening to this episode. We'll see you inside the salary report. Adios.